Was he hungry? And we're back. And welcome to the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast. The podcast that is always an instant classic. And we're back for our weekly review. There was a lot. There was a lot this week. We had Raw, SmackDown, NXT, 205 Live, Tribute to the Troops. Oh god, there's so much wrestling.
Was there too much, Casey? Was there too much this week?
No, there's never too much. Never
too much when you got to watch it all in one day. Never.
Yeah. Well, if you didn't wait till the last minute,
I didn't wait. I didn't have time to watch anything till today.
All right. I think we're gonna do the same thing that we did last week. Kind of split it up. So DJ is gonna start off with Raw. He probably didn't write any notes about anything at all.
I mean, why would you write notes about Raw? It's Raw, guys. Come on. It's the same show. No. Are you giving me Raw? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I'm giving you Raw. That sounds so good.
We're gonna move on from that. I actually enjoyed Raw thoroughly. Like, there was a lot of people that said Raw kind of sucked this week, but I actually liked it. I don't know what it was about Raw this week. I don't know if it was because I watched it late and I watched it without commercials and everything. Because sometimes a lot of people have said that it's a little bit better without the commercials because it doesn't feel as long. It still feels very long. Like, it still feels too long. But honestly, I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I don't know what it was about it. It just felt like it was better this week than usual. I like the New Day having to defy the odds twice and to get the record. I definitely like that. I guess I don't know if you want to just talk about it in this video or actually do a whole specific video since it was kind of a big deal of them breaking the record. But I am going to talk about it in this video regardless. First off, I like I had a feeling that something was going to happen with Stephanie to where she was going to make them have to defend the titles again or something. And honestly, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing that the New Day broke the record, because if they're going to push the New Day for that long and have the titles for that long, even to a point where it was probably too long, let's be honest, they might as well break the record. There was no use of them getting as close as they got and then just not getting it, in my opinion. But I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing, because in the impatient AF, shout out to Vanguard One for that one. In the impatient AF society that we live in, especially as wrestling fans, like, no one wants to see these long runs anymore. But I felt like the New Day at least did a good job of, if nothing else, keeping their characters fresh throughout the whole time. Like, yeah, it was the same stick for the most part, but like, there were times when they did a good job of kind of rebuilding themselves and making themselves still seem relevant. And plus, if you want a tag team that's worked as, like, there's not a tag team that's worked any harder than the New Day, in my opinion. Now I know Casey's gonna object to that, but when you look at them from the very first time they came onto the scene, they looked like they were going to be something that was going to be interesting, but probably not go anywhere. And then they went through the whole New Day sucks / New Day socks thing. They found a way to get themselves over with the same stick, basically. And to go through that and get yourselves over, we talk about how important it is to get yourself over. I mean, I can't fault them for being the longest reigning champions. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. Now, albeit Demolition is one of the greatest tag teams of all time and all that, but like, still, like, I mean, is the New Day one of the greatest tag teams of all time? It's kind of hard to say that about a lot of talents nowadays, just because like we're so critical of them now. But I mean, I definitely think they deserve to be up there, considering all they had to do to even be popular. But unless you want to get into that now, I was going to talk about the rest of the show. But did you want to get into that now? Because I don't want you to lose your thoughts.
I guess I'll get into it now. I'm just going to go all out and be all heel here, I guess, because I honestly really couldn't care less about the New Day breaking Demolition's record. I mean, and it's not me being an anti New Day fan. Like, I'm not a huge fan of them, but I don't.
Is it because they black?
No, it's not because they black.
It was there. It had to happen.
And I'm not a huge fan of them, but I don't dislike them. Like I've enjoyed them, but I feel like it's great for them. But in the long run, is it really going to even matter with how little the tag titles have mattered since probably even the 90s? So I mean, it it's it, it's had its spurts, but all in all, WWE really doesn't care, and we've known this for a while. Um, so this is going to be great for a while, but then it's going to be like the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Pretty soon they're going to forget about it. It's not going to matter anymore. Um, and really, again, nothing against the New Day, but why the New Day? We've had tons of great teams since Demolition, and this isn't just throughout the 2000s, but I mean even in the 90s, we had some great tag teams, and like I said, nothing against New Day or anything specifically. I'm just questioning why them, why now, why didn't they do this with any other teams?
Do you think it's like is it an attempt to rebuild the tag team division? Because like I don't know, they've tried it before. And it kind of started out with them breaking I think London and Kendrick's record. And I think like and a lot of it too goes into like the what's going on in WWE at the time too. I think one
Yeah,
a member of Demolition or both of them is like suing WWE anyway. And WWE loves to take away from you when you start to, I guess, quote, bite the hand that feeds you, I guess you could say. But yeah, I mean, I definitely understand where you're coming from with the why New Day, why the New Day, why
and I mean, like I get that they're popular now. It's they're sort of the big thing now, but it's kind of like is it just a fad now? Like, are they just a temporary fad? I mean, we've had so many. I mean, freaking Heelys were a fad for a while. Pokemon Go, that was a big fad for a while. Pepsi Twist. I miss Pepsi Twist actually. That was a fad. Is New Day gonna be like? Are we gonna forget about them and it's not going?
Nickelback was a fat. Oh, sorry, Nickelback, my fault.
It was. Why everybody got on Nickelback?
I mean, NSYNC was a fad. The Backstreet Boys, like,
Hey,
like we would.
hey, NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys are forever. Damn it.
But anyway, um, I honestly like the Braun Strowman, not Curtis Axel, Braun Strowman, Sami Zayn stuff. Yeah, Curtis Axel was here though. But I do
Hey,
like the Braun Strowman, Sami Zayn stuff. There's at least some continuity to it. They're building something. I just there's something about Mick Foley that's awkward to me in these in a lot of the segments that he's in. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like he's been such a joke for so long that it's hard for me to take him seriously. But like it's just weird to me. I don't know what it is about him, but I can't really take him seriously right now for some reason in these segments. But I did like the whole we're trading you straight up for Eva Marie thing. That had me cracking up.
no. That was
That that had me cracking up. Um, I like what they're continuing to do with Davari and Jack Gallagher after the match he had with Lince Dorado, or actually it was during the match. Gallagher came down there and announced that he was going to give Davari a thrashing. That was hilarious. I love Gallagher's character. I can't deny that I love his character. It's just it's you like we've seen it before, but it's still so unique. If that makes any sense, like we've seen like the gentleman type character, but I still I like that there's like a different twist to it that you can't really put your finger on. But I love Jack Gallagher's character. I think I love him in the ring too. I love his reversals. You can see that more so on 205 Live, but I love his reversals. How he gets out of moves and fights, like reverses and everything. I love it.
just a little bit on that. I feel like, and I get where you're going. He kind of, I feel like he makes it his own, and I also feel like it's not so much a gimmick. I feel like that's more just him.
Yeah.
Even if you go on YouTube and you watch his amateur MMA fights, he kind of he has that gentlemanly kind of feel to him. So I think a lot of it is really just his personality, which with some of the other guys is not necessarily, that.
Yeah. Speaking of Jack Gallagher, Casey got a little bit of a Facebook fight this week over.
Yeah, it did.
But I mean, I'll let you talk about that when you get into your points if you'd like. I like the build with between Brian Kendrick, T.J. Perkins, and Rich Swann. Now, albeit and I'll talk about this announcement when we kind of talk about the cruiserweights. Like the issue with the cruiserweights right now, in my opinion, I don't know how. I know Casey and I have talked about this off camera, but we haven't really talked about it kind of while the camera was on or whatever. But like I think the issue right now is that the fans don't care. It's not that they're not putting on good matches or anything like that, but I think it's that the fans don't care. And in turn, after a while, that causes you not to care. And I think that's kind of the issue right now. Is like WWE. It was the WWE's booking, not necessarily the fans. I don't think we can blame the fans, but it was the booking of it from the very beginning, where they tried to base it off the Cruiserweight Classic. But if I didn't watch the Cruiserweight Classic, then I'm kind of just lost in the wind. I don't necessarily know. That's like saying like I didn't watch the Royal Rumble. I know it happened, and I know who won, but like I don't get the hype around it. So hypothetically speaking, but I I like Big Cass confronting Rusev. That's going to be a pre-show match. That's pretty cool. Even though I don't like the pre-show matches at this point, I'm kind of done with the pre-show matches. Simply because they haven't made them seem important. So like you see someone a match on the pre-show, you're just kind of like, I hate it for them. I feel sorry for them. And that's kind of how I feel. I don't know if Casey, you kind of get that vibe from the pre-show matches. I think you've been getting that vibe for a while, but like I'm finally starting to get it. Like I still get excited for the pre-show. I still enjoy the pre-show just as like a precursor to the show. But they can do without the match. I feel like just add that match to the card. They got enough time. Jinder Mahal was here for some stupid reason. But yeah, I actually liked Raw this week. I don't know what it was. There was something about Raw that I really liked this week. And I like how they're promoting the Iron Man match, Iron Woman match, whatever we're calling it. And I don't want to get into it too much because I know we're gonna do predictions not too long from now, so I kind of want to wait until then because they really didn't build it. They kind of showed a video package this week, but they really didn't build it that much this week. I didn't feel like, which is fine. They kind of tried to build it through the video package and everything. But Casey, thoughts on Monday Night Raw? Was it as good as I thought it was? Because I don't know why I thought it was that good, but I liked it.
It was good. I just think for me, a little bit of the New Day stuff just kind of overshadowed a lot of other things to me. And I already talked about my thoughts on the New Day thing, but Braun Strowman killed Curtis Axel, and it was glorious. Oh God, this gave me an idea. Okay, for a match at Roadblock, they can throw it on there. They have time. So you bring the Elimination Chamber. You put Ty Dillinger, Curtis Axel, Elias Sampson, and Wesley Blake in the 4 pods. And you begin the match with Michael Cole in the ring with Braun Strowman.
But you got to keep the continuity going, Casey. So you gotta have Braun Strowman and Sami Zayn start the match out so he can kill Sami Zayn.
No, we're not doing that. We're throwing that out. We're throwing that out for now. But you start off, and one by one, he kills all 5 of them. And after he kills Michael, it's going to be a good match.
I am curious to see what you think about this too. I know we'll probably talk about it on the predictions too, but like, what do you think about the 10-minute stipulation they put on the Sami Zayn Braun Strowman match?
I like it because, Sami can survive the 10 minutes and it doesn't necessarily make Braun Strowman look weak. Because he doesn't necessarily have to win. He just has to survive 10 minutes.
So it's probably gonna be one of those situations where Braun Strowman like kills him, and so Braun Strowman's gonna kill him, but like he's gonna keep like getting up, right?
Probably
like fighting spirit type. Yeah, okay.
Because WWE. But I love Jack Gallagher is my hero. This man, I loved him coming out and declaring his intention to interfere in Daivari's match. And He calls Davari a scoundrel and says he will put a thrashing upon him. I was like, man, this man is my hero. But honestly, I hope they give him more mic time because I like his, I like when he talks on the mic. Just anything he has,
I'll tell you one thing about Jack Gallagher. My dad likes Jack Gallagher, and my dad doesn't like small wrestlers. So that
okay.
tells you a lot about Jack Gallagher.
Okay. Um, I was definitely excited for Roman to win the U.S. Back when Roman won the U.S. title, I should say, I was excited for him to win the U.S. title. But just seeing where, they've gone with it and how horribly they've booked him with the title, I think, was it this week or last week? Oh, yeah, no, it was this week. Just the whole time that he was on screen, 2 out of the 3 segments he was in, he didn't even have the title. The one thing that I will always give credit to Miz on is he always has the Intercontinental title. I think this man showers and poops with the title, and that's a good thing. You want, especially when you're trying to make a title feel important. I don't feel like they're making the U.S. title feel important or this run. So, obviously he's not going to. I don't think he's going to win the Universal title, but I don't want him to. If this is any inclination of how they would book him with the title, I don't want him to have it. And it's not him; it's just the booking. Like they're
as it has been his entire career.
Yeah.
This man still doesn't have a singles character.
And yeah. Anyway, Alicia Fox lost the match. So
as she often does.
Yep, nothing has changed in WWE.
Well, she got a boyfriend now, so it's a little different.
Yeah.
I love how that's one of the main storylines, but you rarely see Cedric Alexander. What?
Yeah. See, I don't know about y'all, but I was so excited this week. I was so excited for the debut of Emelina that we still didn't get. Yeah, that didn't happen. I did like the Sami Zayn segment with Mick Foley. I like him kind of getting upset and wanting to be traded. But please, and I get after it was Mick Foley's way of firing him up and making sure he had that fighting spirit. But for real though, in what universe is Eva Marie even remotely an equal talent to Sami Zayn? No,
that was like was like a shot at the fans though, right? Like the fans love Sami Zayn and hate Eva Marie. I think that's all that was. That was WWE saying we're still in control here. Shut up.
Terrible. It was terrible. But yeah, all in all, Raw was pretty good. I didn't dislike it. There was just, like I said, I feel like there was too much of the emphasis on the New Day breaking the record, which, like I said, I don't think they're gonna follow up on very well, as they normally don't. But yeah, Raw was pretty good. On to SmackDown.
All right. Are you giving me SmackDown too?
I am.
Okay. SmackDown live. It is currently still live, actually. So if you're watching now, still live. But I like the I like the Miz TV segment. I thought it was pretty funny. Seeing seeing that with Ambrose and I definitely like Styles. Like I like them covering up for Styles being injured. I think it's a smart move. Because you don't necessarily need to know he's injured. Just let him kind of do his thing until the pay-per-view. kind of be like the chicken heel a little bit until the pay-per-view, because he's not always like that. So I think it works. And I like Dean Ambrose. I don't know if I like it or if I dislike them trying to turn the Dirty Deeds into the Stunner, but it's not working. I don't know if you caught that, but like Dean Ambrose just hits the Dirty Deeds on anyone. Who did he hit it on tonight? That was a face. Ziggler hit it on Ziggler. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting. Just because I feel like they're trying to turn the Dirty Deeds into the Stunner, but it's not. The fans aren't reacting the same way, obviously. I mean, like at times they were doing a good job with it. Like fans were really reacting to it, but like now it's kind of like, yay, Danny Dean, So it's like slowly just getting softer and softer. I feel like, but the Carmella Natalia thing. Goodness. I still don't know what this is. What this is supposed to be. Like, yeah, I get it, and Natalia being like, talking about how she didn't do it, and that's fine and all that. But like, I don't know. It's just weird to me. I don't. Does this storyline feel girly to you?
This
like,
storyline feels really forced and like it's going nowhere.
Yeah, like I don't know what it is about the storyline, but it's just not doing it for me. The tag team championship battle royal, where Zack Ryder blew out his knee at the end of it. Awkward. I feel so bad for him though, because when I watched it today, I knew knee, so I knew what to expect. But like, I don't know if you went back and watched it, but when you saw his reaction when he won and he realized that he hurt himself, and Mojo comes out there all hype, and he's like, "Will you get off me, darn it!" like I don't know if you caught that, but you could tell he was hurting, which is unfortunate. I don't know how severe it is, because there hasn't really been any reports on it or whatever. But I'm kind of curious to see what they do about it. Oh, he had surgery. Was it an ACL?
I don't know, but he had surgery.
Oh, but yeah, so that's obviously going to take them away from the from the tag team title picture. But I don't know. I feel like it's going to be American Alpha now because LOL, American Alpha wins. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. I don't know. No one's going to beat the Wyatt, so I don't know who I would rather see in the number one contender spot than American Alpha. Because I like American Alpha, but I don't think they need the titles right now. And this will be a perfect time to push another tag team. But I like the Battle Royal though. I like that it was a Battle Royal where everyone kind of had to get eliminated. I thought that was pretty cool. And I like how all 5 teams had representatives there at the end. Of course, Simon Gotch gets eliminated first because, LOL. But definitely good. I liked it. Then Becky Lynch was about to go up against Deonna Purrazzo, I think was who it was. And I love when she said, "Who are you, Jane Ellsworth?" Ellsworth.
You mean Alexa Bliss?
What?
You mean Alexa Bliss went up?
That's what I said.
You said Becky Lynch.
Oh, I read Becky Lynch. Sorry, Alexa Bliss. Same difference.
It's not. She's so much better than Becky Lynch. She got a shirt now.
Becky Lynch probably got 3 shirts by now.
Done.
Yeah. But anyway, but anyway, I definitely like Alexa Bliss on the mic tonight. With the Jane Ellsworth comment, I thought that was hilarious. And I kind of like that Becky Lynch got a match with her with Alexa, but then Alexa found a way to retain the title. I think that was smart to kind of keep them both a little bit protected. And then Dolph Ziggler wins the number one contender spot because he's gonna win the title. He's not. Honestly, I would have rather seen Luke Harper win than Dolph Ziggler, because I mean we've seen Dolph Ziggler like go after the title. One more chance at the title, and then I'm coming. This is my comeback to and all that crap. And he lost. So do I have any faith in Ziggler winning? Heck no. I would have rather seen Luke Harper win. Luke Harper's coming back. He's hungry to win a title. Everybody else in the Wyatt family, well, technically, I guess Luke Harper's the tag team champion since he carries them around all the time. But like, I don't know. I would have rather seen Luke Harper win this match. I know it was kind of random that he was in it, but it would have supplied that surprise factor. But two, I think it would have been kind of cool. Is this for Rumble or when is this for? Do you know? Do you know when that WWE Championship match is supposed to be? Like, I know Ellsworth is technically the number one contender too, but I also like this little segment when he was being sick and everything. That was hilarious.
I don't know when this is for. I'm not sure.
But yeah, like I don't know. I was wondering about that too because I don't know if I don't feel like Dolph Ziggler versus AJ Styles is big enough for Rumble in my opinion. So don't do that, WWE, please. Thanks.
It's not.
Love you, mean
it. Anyway, I guess it's my turn.
Casey, it's your turn.
Okay, I know.
Casey, thoughts on SmackDown Live?
Oh, the live one. Okay, I wasn't sure if it was the
Smacky Downy Live E.
Really. Anyway,
SmackDown Live. I got you, Casey, just in case you didn't hear me. I knew that was coming.
Anyway, I did like Miz TV with AJ. I also liked Ziggler and Ambrose coming out. I kind of wanted to see a fatal 4-way with Miz, AJ, Ziggler, and Ambrose, and then Harper comes out, and I'm like, what? Why? But why though? Why? I like Harper, but I feel like he's one of those guys that they're not going to give the title to. Like, I don't know. I would love it, but I just don't see them giving him the title. I don't know, but I was excited for the tag team battle royal. So excited. Can you sense the sarcasm? So excited. Oh God. Gee, I wonder who won't win was my initial thought. Two probably wasn't even 2 seconds into this match. How the hell?
I know you thought that exact same thought too when you saw that.
How you gonna eliminate Simon Gotch that quick? How? Honestly, I didn't even necessarily mind the final three. The Ascension, Breezango, and Hype Bros. Did I think any of them would actually, beat the Wyatts? No. But I did, I loved. I would have loved to see the Ascension versus the Wyatts. I think that would be kind of an interesting, storyline there and match build up. But I don't know. Unfortunately, Zach did, blow out his knee or whatever he did to it, which is unfortunate. I couldn't help but find it ironic that as soon as Emma comes back, he gets hurt, or is supposed to come back, he gets hurt, because she was out for a while with I think it was a shoulder injury, and they're obviously
it was a back injury, wasn't it?
Oh, was it a back injury?
I don't remember.
It was shoulder, but yeah, I thought it was kind of ironic that as soon as she's ready to come back, he gets hurt. But
the stress never leaves in that relationship.
Yeah. Another random new Baron Corbin video package. I'd care if I thought they were going to give him a longer push than like a few weeks. But they don't. They just don't. They never do. So I don't know why they're wasting, money and time on these video packages when we know they're not really going to push him for a long period of time.
Who's the video package on? Do we know?
What?
Who's the video package on?
It was just Baron Corbin.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I remember that. That's why I forgot about that. Because WWE.
Sorry. I was definitely excited for my girl Alexa Bliss versus my girl Deonna Purrazzo. It was going to be the greatest match. It was going to be match of the year. It was.
Would you say it was going to be straight fire?
It would it would not be straight fire. It would be hotter than fire. It would be yeah. But I understand why they couldn't actually have this match go through, just because it would have been so amazing that it would have actually melted the faces off of the fans and people would have died from the amazingness. So they had to do this whole storyline where, Becky comes out and, so I get it. I get it. It would have just been too epic. And the fans wouldn't have been able to handle it. I get it. But again, this week, where the hell was security to keep Becky away? This is wrong. Damn, darn it. She needs security around her 24/7 to keep crazy people away from her. And then Shane comes out and he makes his I'll do the job. But anyway, Shane comes out and he makes a match that shouldn't even happen. I don't know. I mean, personally, and I don't know if DJ has been able to look at this, but I've personally read Becky's contract, and it actually excludes rematch clauses. It does. It specifically says she does not get any rematches ever. It's just in the contract. I didn't make it up. It's true. It's in there.
I think you made that up. I think.
No, it's true. It's I mean, you didn't see it not in there, did you? So I mean, it's in there. But anyway, can someone explain to me why Harper was in the? I just don't get it. Like, it's so random. Like I said, I like Luke Harper. It's just it just felt random that they're all of a sudden giving him a push out of nowhere. Like they never. I mean, yeah, he had the Intercontinental title run for a little bit there, but it was weird to me that they randomly put him in the main event. I think they dropped the ball though. They dropped the ball though. I think Eric Rowan. No.
Shout out to Big Red.
But yeah, I like Luke. I definitely liked his work in the Indies and stuff, but I don't know. It's just random. And then when it came down to Ambrose and Ziggler, I knew AJ definitely was not going to lose the title. Yeah. So Ziggles is the number one contender.
Keep saying.
Yeah. But anyway, I guess we can move on to NXT.
All right, this man injured again.
What?
Eric Rowan. Not for his push.
Lol.
And I'm wheelchair.
But anyway, let's move on to NXT. It opened up with a recap of the NXT title rematch in Osaka featuring Shinsuke Nakamura backstage saying he's happy to be back in Japan, defending his title against Samoa Joe. And then we find out that tonight in Melbourne, where they were, it was pre-recorded, obviously, but in Melbourne, Australia, Joe will have his rematch in a steel cage You know, it's
Did you catch Joe saying December 8th?
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, what? Let me check my calendar.
It was at this point I was like, this is just going to be a never-ending rematch. They're just going to rematch against each other over and over again. They're just going to keep winning the title back and forth. But anyway, I was actually really I don't know how you felt about it, but I was actually surprised to see the steel cage NXT championship match opening the show. You know, I was surprised it wasn't the main event. I mean, I know they had that fatal 4-way tournament the same night, but I still thought this should have been the main event. I don't know how you thought about that.
I felt the same way.
Yeah.
It was. I don't know. I mean, I like it because usually they don't do it as a starting match, but
Yeah.
well, at first I don't know if you thought this. I actually thought I was like, is this gonna be the whole show?
I thought about that for a second, but then I remembered they were supposed to have the tournament, but I don't know. It was a good match, but I found myself not being able to really get into it just because I kind of knew Shinsuke was going to retain. I didn't look at any spoilers or anything, but it wouldn't have made sense to have Joe win it back. You know, Joe's ready to go up to the both of these guys are ready to go up to the main roster, but I mean, why would you give him back the title when you could put him up on the main roster and have him do so much more, and then free up some space on, you know, NXT, because we have the UK tournament coming up, so there's going to be new signings there. You know, we have the women's classic coming up, so you're going to have more people there. You need more room on NXT to kind of build up new talent or, you know, bring people in. So why have people on there that you don't necessarily need that can be up on the main roster? But I don't know. But I figured out what WWE's problem with steel cage matches is. They just need bigger camera holes. Those camera holes are not nearly large enough. They don't have any. They need at least small child sized camera holes. You know, kind of like TNA. You know, similar to TNA's. Just an idea.
Those are sized.
They are. Those are Yokozuna sized. Like they are huge. Like it's basically just the wall. It's not even a cage match anymore. It's just, but got a we got a recap of Peyton, Billy, and Daria losing to Liv, Aaliyah, and Ember Moon 3 weeks ago. I will say, I don't know if you noticed, and you know, I take notice to these things. Ladies, I pay attention. I do. Peyton's makeup, it was on point. She looked good. I'm just, she looked.
Peyton Royce always look good. Shut up.
I mean, you know, not.
And Billy Kay as well.
She kind of, nah, bro. But anyway, we're gonna move on from that. So we start off.
What was Liv Morgan this week?
She had her day off. You know, she gets days off because she's so good.
Yeah, because she loses so much that you know she needs to rest up a little bit. I got you.
So the number one contender fatal 4-way tournament began with the perfect buffoon Ty Can't Finish a Few Dillinger versus Eric Young.
He won, by the way.
Again, no. We'll get into that. We'll get into that. Again, no Sawyer Fulton or Big Damo at the beginning of the match. Nikki Cross did get involved, causing the disqualification. Then Big Damo comes out and destroys Ty Dillinger. It was amazing. It was it was the most beautiful thing I've ever
It
seen.
was kind of like that time that Liv Morgan got
Liv
destroyed
Morgan got
by
destroyed by
Asuka.
Yeah, you mute yourself. So Ty technically did advance, but he's dead. So it's going to be a triple threat match next week. I have it on good. I know people in WWE, so it's going to be a triple threat. They're trying to still build it up as a fatal 4-way, but he's dead. So yeah, it's going to be. So the next match was No Way Jose versus Andrade Cien Almas. Pretty good match. I liked it. I was actually surprised that Almas won. For some reason, I thought they were gonna go with No Way Jose. It just felt like he was being pushed way more than Almas at this point anyway. Then we had Elias Sampson, oh god, versus Roderick Strong. Roddy killed him. Just killed him. He did. Then we had Oni Lorcan versus Bobby Roode. And again, like I said, my personal hookup in WWE told me, actually, let me be real with you, it's not going to be a triple threat. It is going to be a fatal 4-way, but instead of it being with the now dead Ty Dillinger, it's going to be, Oni Lorcan and Bobby Roode are both advancing. So it's still going to be a fatal 4-way, but yeah. So I think it's going to be a good match. I really do. It's Roddy Strong versus Andrade Cien Almas versus Oni Lorcan and Bobby Roode. It's going to be a really good match. I'm excited for it. And again, Ty Dillinger is dead. He's dead. He's dead. DJ, thoughts on NXT? He's dead, by the way.
Okay, that's enough of that. But NXT was packed this week. There was a lot of matches, which was nice. There were 5 matches this week, which is probably the most we've had in a long time. I was surprised that the steel cage started the show, but I thought it was cool. It was cool to see. I'm glad they showed it because sometimes NXT does important matches and then doesn't show them. So it was nice to see. For some reason, I thought Joe was gonna win. I don't know what it was. I thought Joe was gonna win the title back. For some reason, I just felt like he was going to. But either way, I was fine with it. It was definitely definitely a good match. And then I like Nikki Cross getting involved in the Dillinger match. I thought that was pretty cool. Then opening up the door for Big Damo to come out and beat up Ty Dillinger too. I like that. I'm kind of curious because I think they should, but they probably won't. I think Sawyer Fulton should object to this in some form or fashion, but I know they won't. They're going to take him off TV for like a year, then bring him back and be like, "You won't remember who he is." So we know that's going to happen.
I think he's actually injured.
Oh.
Oh.
I heard from some other reviews that apparently he's injured. So
he was robbed.
This is his moment. But anyway, I like Andrade Cien Almas. Why did they slightly change his entrance attire every week? Like before, they just had him wearing his tights out there. Then no, first they had him wearing the suspenders with the pants, and then they just had him wearing his tights, and now he's just wearing the pants. Like, stop it, stop it. Let him wear the whole thing. But I still like heel Cien. I think it's pretty cool. I think it fits him a little bit better. He ended up winning, which I was happy about because I honestly would rather have seen Cien than No Way Jose anyway in the title match. I think it's a little bit more believable. I still love Elias Sampson. I don't know what it is, but I still love Elias Sampson. Can't sing worth a lick, but I think that adds to his character. And I think it's getting worse by the week, so that's good. I don't know. I like it. I wish Elias Sampson would have won this match too, because Roderick Strong and stuff. But obviously, Roderick Strong had to win. And then Rude defeating Only Lorcan. The only thing I didn't like about this match is I knew who was going to win. That was kind of like how it was about a lot of these matches. At least the last two, it was like you kind of knew who was going to win, which kind of sucked, but still good matches nonetheless. NXT was pretty good this week. Pretty good.
Yeah. So, moving on to 205 Live. We're almost done with our review. Almost. Yeah, still got this and then tribute to the troops. But anyway, we open up with Jack Gallagher versus Drew Gulak. They did recap Jack interfering in Daivari's match on Raw. I loved it. I was actually really excited for this match. I love both of these guys. I felt like they put on a really good match. You know, I love when Jack does the full Windsor knot, followed by the I guess we can call it the butt punt. I love that move. That's probably the best part of his matches. Jack gets the win. I was surprised we didn't see Daivari during this match at all. I kind of expected him to come out because they have, been building up that feud pretty well. So I was just surprised he didn't come out and interfere in the match at all. But we did get a little friendly rivalry between Rich Swann and TJP. Might be getting a little less friendly, it feels like. Also, we got a Tajiri video package, which was cool. He's apparently going to be coming back and be on 205 Live, which is definitely a good thing. We got a Jack Gallagher and Daivari backstage segment. I definitely liked it. I like the feud that they're building here. I think it's definitely working, and I'm definitely interested in it. I hope that they have a kind of a pay-per-view match coming up at whatever SmackDown's next pay-per-view is. Don't know. I don't know. I don't know necessarily if it's big enough for Royal Rumble, but whatever their next pay-per-view is, I think that would be definitely a good match to put on there. If it's built up enough by that point, which obviously it probably will be. But you get Lince Dorado versus Mustafa Ali. As I've said the past couple of weeks, I really like Mustafa Ali. There's something about his heel character that I definitely am interested in. Some of the spots in this match, I don't know about you, but for some reason, they felt slow. Not like the guys are slow, not like they're fat, but like specifically slow. Like they intentionally slowed down the movements or slowed down the spots. For some reason, I felt like that to me. But the match ended in a double count out. I swear Ali was in before 10. I swear. I didn't go back and watch it yet, but I really thought he was in before 10, which he could have been. But obviously, it's predetermined. So he was supposed to not be in before 10, but it felt like he was in just before 10. But Lince Dorado goes for a handshake and gets attacked, but comes back and is standing tall, after the match. Hopefully there's another feud here. I definitely would like to see. I feel like 205 Live definitely needs as many feuds as they can, just because the cruiserweight division kind of needs it for the fans anyway, to kind of get into it. We've talked about how the cruiserweight division is kind of, not doing as well as we would like it to. And we've also talked about how, the problem with wrestling is wrestling. So many fans just want storylines and this and that, and don't appreciate the actual wrestling, which,
I think it's a weird, it's kind of weird concept.
It's kind of weird concept. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird concept. It's kind of weird. 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 It's kind of
like one of the main issues with that is like, yeah, like like WWE is like giving us like a standard, right? Like we know what to expect from WWE. It's all like sports entertainment esque, storyline esque. And maybe that's what the issue is. And I think it's one of those situations where like the Cruiserweight Classic was booked as just straight up wrestling. Like even with the little, what do they do, like that little like preview type thing they did, was still like basing it so much off of wrestling. Like I think they could have pulled it off that way if they would have promoted it that way, but they really didn't. They just promoted these are small guys who can do fun things in the ring. I guess that's weird. That's weird.
Yeah. But, got another backstage segment with Alicia Fox and Noam Dar. I liked it, but it felt really forced and scripted to me. It just didn't come off as natural, but it was definitely still entertaining. Even though we didn't get to see, Alicia Fox's boyfriend. I think she's lying about it. I really do. I don't think Cedric and her are dating. I really don't. I think this is a clever, storyline that WWE is building, that she's crazy. That's what it is. She's just crazy. She thinks that they're dating. Yeah. That's probably actually the storyline that they're going with, which is sad. Got a pretty good TJP video package. That's the one thing I definitely like with, when they do video package to kind of introduce you to these competitors. I feel like they do it well, but they just don't do it enough on the main roster so that fans care about, and whatever. Anyway, so we got TJP versus Rich Swann with the Brian Kendrick on commentary. Great match. TJP wins via submission. Kendrick comes down to congratulate them. Kendrick goes for the handshake with Rich Swann, who swats him away. Then goes for the handshake with TJP and gets a super kick. Yeah, but I definitely liked it. I thought 205 Live was a good show too. I don't know if it was necessarily as good as NXT was, but I enjoyed it. DJ?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I definitely
I definitely
like 205
like
Live.
205 Live.
I thought it was a good. It was a good show. I like the Jack Gallagher stuff. I mean, I don't know, like 205 Live is kind of confusing with where it's going a little bit, because like, sometimes they're building feud on 205 Live and sometimes they're letting them build on Raw, and sometimes they let them build on both. So I don't know. I guess that's the only really confusing thing with it. Is like really what's its purpose, especially considering it's not like you're not gonna see the cruiserweights. You're only gonna see the cruiserweights on 205 Live. But yeah, I definitely liked the show. I like Jack Gallagher versus Drew Gulak. Um, I thought that was pretty cool. I was excited to see the Tajiri video package. I thought that was really cool. And I like Mustafa Ali. Like you said, I like his character, the way they're booking his character, as far as like being a different heel, kind of being the guy who doesn't deserve to be hated but is. And I like that. It makes a lot of sense. And I like the double counter. I actually thought that he didn't get in by the 10 count, because I saw like the count was kind of weird though, because it was like at a point where like you couldn't hear the referee, so you couldn't really tell what count he was on. But I still don't think he got in it in time. And then the T.J. Perkins Rich Swann thing, I like how they're continuing to build that and continuing to build kind of dissension between them. And definitely a good match. But I was surprised to see Rich Swann tap out to the knee bar. I was surprised, but I wasn't surprised because they were playing up Rich Swann's leg injury, so I like that too. But I mean, I definitely thought it was a good show. I enjoyed it.
I forgot that you had muted me. So I started to talk about it, and then I was muted, so they didn't hear me. So, thanks. So I think we should talk about Tribute to the Troops like this. But we won't.
Let's do it.
No. So we got Tribute to the Troops, our special bonus for the week. I was definitely excited for Tribute to the Troops, just because it always is a good show. And part of it is just because it's kind of out of storyline. A lot of it, you still have some of the storylines in there, but it's more just for the troops, which is a cool thing. I can't believe it's already been 14 years though. Like that's crazy. And they always have some really cool clips with superstars with the troops doing different things, which is cool. But I do kind of miss, and I don't know how you felt about this, but I miss when it was actually overseas, when they actually did it overseas. It was something special about it. Now it's just, in an arena. It's still on a base wherever they have it, but it's just in an arena, and it kind of doesn't feel special like it used to. It doesn't feel different to me. But anyway,
at least have it outside.
Yeah. Shut up. Anyway, of course, the show opens with the United States champion Roman Reigns coming out to the ring and kind of, thanking all the servicemen and women on behalf of the entire WWE. I get it.
He wasn't there.
Well, and he's the U.S. champion, so, Kevin Owens' music hits.
But usually, regardless, Cena.
That is true. If I could finish, well, yeah, Cena. Everybody loves Cena because Cena and Cena. But anyway, we're talking about Kevin Owens now because his music hit and he comes out. He didn't come out because his music didn't hit. Kevin Owens' music hit. Stop hating him because he's Canadian.
But what about Cena?
Anyway, Kevin Owens says that everyone should be thanking him. Remember, he's Canadian, so he's a heel here. So you should hate him. But anyway, so they used Owens to kind of help get a reaction for Roman. Yeah, that's sad when you need somebody else to come out and
hold up now. I will tell you this. Roman was getting a reaction from the troops, not from the actual fans, but from the troops that were in attendance. They enjoyed Roman because you shouldn't hate Roman just to hate Roman. I'm sorry. I got a promotion before you did. Hate me.
Anyway, I don't know about you, but when Kevin Owens mentioned slapping a maple leaf on the title and calling it the Canadian Championship, I popped. I was excited. I kind of want them to do that, which they're not going to do. Then Rusev comes out. I feel like Vince has to love Tribute to the Troops because it's the one show where he can just go all out with the typical WWE. This guy is from another country, so we should hate him because Vince loves that. Vince just loves hating anyone who isn't from America. But Rusev and Owens surround the ring, and then Enzo and Cass's music hits. And Cass comes out to kind of back up Roman Reigns. Foley comes out and makes a tag team match with Rusev and Owens versus Roman and Cass. So I was excited for that. Oh, dear God. We get the Golden Truth versus the Club versus the Shining Stars versus Cesaro. Whoever won this match would go on to Roadblock to face the New Day. This could have just been a regular one-on-one tag team match to decide the number one contenders, because everybody knows the Golden Truth and Shining Stars had no chance at all. Come on. So Sheamus and Cesaro won the match. Wow. I was so surprised. I couldn't believe it. I don't know. Obviously they had to do it with the injury and everything, but I don't know. Or wait, no.
Wait, no?
Wait, no.
No,
This
Raw.
was just yeah. Shut up. It was a confusing show because it was Raw and SmackDown, and shut up.
They were putting away the difference.
Anyway, they're still not going to lose the titles because I just want them to lose the titles. But anyway, Miz issues an open challenge to anyone on the roster. Gabriel Iglesias comes out, which I liked. He is one of my favorite comedians, even though I don't like celebrities on WWE programming because it's bad. But he introduces Apollo's challenger, or Mrs. Challenger, Apollo Crews, and I don't know. I was actually excited for this. You know, normally I would say LOL, Apollo loses, but I thought, you know, considering this was Tribute to the Troops, Apollo might actually win, you know. Good match. I did like Gabriel kind of getting selfies with Maurice and Miz. I thought that was funny. And then, oh my God, Apollo wins. But it wasn't for the championship. Yay. Yay. And we get Dolph Ziggler and American Alpha versus the Wyatt family. One thing that confused me about this match was the faces at Tribute to the Troops in all red, white, and blue American flag gear. And the heels get the pop. What? I just don't understand. Like, the American Alpha and Dolph Ziggler didn't get the pop. The Wyatt family did. It doesn't make sense.
Well, like I said, the soldiers pop for the right people. It was the butthurt fans.
Yeah. But they successfully ruined this entire show with a backstage segment featuring Dana Brooke. Not only that, but she had a match too. I would like to know what these troops have done to deserve this punishment. Nobody deserves to have to deal with Dana Brooke in a match. And I thought they separated Dana and Charlotte for some reason. I thought they weren't like a team together anymore.
Because they haven't been shown together in like a month.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt like they put I don't know. But we get Bayley versus Dana Brooke. Even Charlie the dog knew Dana sucks. I mean, even when the dog, and yes, there was a dog there. It was so cute, the puppy. And we got a "We Want Sasha" chant, obviously. Bayley wins. It was an okay match. Kind of just thrown together, but it was a pretty good match. We get the cruiserweight match, the token cruiserweight match. Drew Gulak, Tony Nese, and the Brian Kendrick versus Jack Gallagher, TJ Perkins, and Rich Swann. I actually really like this match. the best spot of the match was this might actually be my spot of the year on our Slammies that we're probably going to be doing in a week or two whenever we do it. Jack Gallagher's suicide double axe handle. It was the greatest thing. It was amazing. I really don't understand how anyone can not like the cruiserweight division. Just from a great wrestling standpoint, I thought this match was great. While they may not have great characters per se or storylines, they're still. I feel like they're really still entertaining character or people, and you could say characters, but I feel like they're still entertaining guys, whether they have good storylines or gimmicks or whatever. I still think that they're entertaining. But then Cole had to ruin it, as he usually does. He called Jack the Monopoly Man.
I didn't ruin anything. That was actually pretty funny.
It ruined everything.
You just hate Cole. Just to hate Cole.
I do, yeah. Before the main event, I was really hoping Enzo would come out dressed as Santa, because usually somebody comes out dressed as Santa. Surprisingly, they didn't have one this year. I was like, but why though? I kind of wanted to see Enzo just full out dressed up as Santa. He did have a Santa hat, but I wanted the full thing. I liked the backstage segment with New Day, the Club, and the Shield. I thought that was great. It got a big pop from the fans. That was pretty cool. And then the main event, Big Cass, Roman Reigns versus Rusev and Kevin Owens. Like I said, sadly, Enzo was not dressed as Santa, but I liked this match. I thought these were two really interesting teams. I was definitely interested to see Big Cass and Roman tagging together, and to see Rusev and Kevin Owens teaming together. I don't know. I don't know how anyone, and we talked about this, I think, a little bit in another video. People saying that Owens doesn't have charisma. I've heard that a couple places. But I don't. This man is awesome. He's awesome. I think that's just because a lot of people still compare him and Sami Zayn. But I definitely liked the match. Again, there wasn't anything too great storyline wise. Just because Tribute to the Troops is kind of a side thing from all the other storylines, just kind of a bonus thing for the troops. But it definitely is always a good show. But DJ, thoughts on Tribute to the Troops?
I love how this show started off with a 15-minute promo. I just thought that was funny. Because we always complain about it on Raw, so I just thought it was kind of funny. But I liked it though. I like how they did the "I'm not American, so hate me" type thing. I enjoyed that. I popped / laughed real hard when Rusev came out, because I just knew it. I just knew it was gonna happen. I just knew Rusev was gonna come out and make fun of America, because I think on his list of things to do, making fun of America's got to be somewhere near the top. Sheamus and Cesaro winning the Fatal 4-Way tag team match. I don't know. I don't know if I was surprised about that or not. Like it was a weird situation where I'm still trying to figure out probably. Like when you look at the teams that were there, the only other team that would have made sense would have been the Club. But I don't feel like the New Day are going to lose the titles at Roadblock. If they're going to lose the titles, because why do it at Roadblock? Because that would be dumb. Why lose it at Roadblock when you could do it at Rumble? Rumble's next month. It'll be here before we freaking know it. So just wait and let either the club or Enzo and Cass, probably the club because probably the club, but I am curious about that to kind of see what they're gonna do with that. It was cool to see Enzo Amore back again tonight, or well, what was this, Wednesday technically? This Wednesday or Thursday? It was Wednesday. There was so much stuff on Wednesday then. But anyway, it was cool to see Enzo back, and then I did enjoy the cruiserweight match. I like that. I always like the cruiserweight matches. And then the main event with Reigns and Big Cass winning against Kevin Owens and Rusev. Not surprised. The faces got to go over at an event like this. It makes a lot of sense, especially at the end of the night. Like obviously you can have one of the heels winning, but whatever. I still don't understand what they're doing with Dana Brooke. Like, why is she just kind of here? They should at least be trying to build her into something that's decently credible. But they can't build but two people at a time anyway, so it's fine. But I like Tribute to the Troops though. It was like the matches were kind of random, but I liked it nonetheless. The only thing I was actually kind of surprised about is that there wasn't really any Raw versus SmackDown interactions. I know they kind of put that to rest for one night at the beginning, but there still wasn't any like matches or anything between them. This is like one of the shows that they would actually interact. So I would have expected them to try something with that, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they had the AJ and the club together in that segment, so it's kind of interaction. I that was probably one of my favorite segments.
Oh yeah, they had that little
in there. Yeah. But anyway, that was your weekly WWE review. Next week hopefully won't be as packed. It kind of will be minus one show because Tribute to the Troops won't be here. But definitely excited for Roadblock this Sunday. So this should be a good show. But we will be back for predictions on that very soon. Until then, follow us on Twitter at ICW_podcast. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you on the thing that DJ doesn't like me to say. What is it? The flippity dippity. Oh yeah.